Hi everyone, welcome to part 3 of You at UKZN. Within this segment, we're going to be talking about mental health issues. Hopefully you have enjoyed the other presentations and you have gained much knowledge. Welcome again, and I hope that you will enjoy very much. Wamkelekile kwisigaba sesithathu sale nkulumo, ngiyathemba ukuthi uzothola oluningi ulwazi. So besikhuluma ngezimo ezibuye ziphazamisa umqondo. Let's begin. Let's talk about mental health issues during COVID-19. So we all know that this time of COVID-19 has brought a lot of difficulties, and a lot of students have had to really struggle during this time. So when we looked at a study done by the International Association of Universities, they showed that there is a high prevalence of mental health cases among students during the time of COVID-19. This unprecedented time has left many students facing mental health issues such as fear, loss, adjustment, depression, and grief at a drastic rate. Abafundi abaningi sebebhekene nezimo eziningi ngalesikhathi lesi se-COVID-19. Kuningi okwenzeke kubona, and kugcina sekwenza ukuthi kulimaze nangendlela abafunda ngayo. Abafundi abaningi baba nokusaba, balahlekelwe izinto eziningi. Kunzima ukuthi babhekene nesimo sokushintsha. Kwesinye isikhathi bazizwa bephansi. Abanye abafundi balahlekelwe imindeni. Isimo esibhekene naso manje, and isimo esinzima kakhulu. Kodwa i-student support ekhona la university has made it possible ukuthi nikwazi ukuthola usizo. So within the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science, student support counseling has provided services so that students may receive the assistance that they need during this time. Videos have been prepared for students to address these issues, and support groups have been offered for students to make sure that they gain the most beneficial support. Niwabukeke ama-video akhona, nijoyine futhi nama-support groups akhona, ukuze nikwazi ukuphumelela nibe yile zinto enizifisayo. Your future is yours, and student support is here to support you in the areas that you're finding difficulty. So make sure to join the support groups that have been offered to you. Nazo-ke izinto ongazenza ukuze ukwazi ukwehlisa ukucindezeleka komqondo wakho. Here are a few things that you can do to help manage the stress that you could be feeling. Zama ukuthola ukulala okulungile. Try and get sufficient sleep. Connect with friends and family. Uxhumane nabangani nemndeni. Engage in more positive talk. Zama ukukhuluma izinto ezikujabulisayo kuwena. Hlala ucabanga izinto obongayo ngazo. Always think of the things that you are grateful for. Ungasabi ukucela usizo. Do not be afraid to ask for help. Control what you can and let go of the rest. Zama ukwenza okwaziyo ukuthi ungakwazi ukwenza. Ongakwazi ukwenza uzokubona ngesinye isikhathi. Imizimba yakho mayithola ukulolonga. Ukujima kuyasiza ukuthi umqondo ukwazi ukuthola ukuphumula. Exercise helps and it eases our nerves and clears our mind. Bekukhona olunye ulwazi ofuna ukuthola, ungalandela le YouTube link. For more discussions on coping with mental health during the time of COVID-19, you can visit the YouTube link below. Ngiyathemba konke esikushilo kuzokusiza kakhulukazi ngalesikhathi esinzima. Ake sibheke esinye isigaba senkulumo esibaluleke kakhulu. Isimo sokulimala kwabantu ngenxa yobulili babo. Gender-based violence is something that most students are currently facing during this time. So many people say that we are fighting another pandemic. La university kuyinto okungamelano nayo kwanhlobo. Bekukhona okwenzakalayo kuwena noma komunye umuntu omaziyo. Azise uRMS noma ukhulume nama-counselors akhona. Please make sure to report any cases of gender-based violence through RMS or counseling. Let's stop the violence now. Let's talk about sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is actually something that is viewed very seriously within UKZN. If there are any claims that are made with regards to sexual harassment, the university is committed to investigating all claims in a sensitive manner. Besibuka ligama elithi sexual harassment, kahle kahle leligama suke lichaza umuntu osuke ezama imizamo yokuthi akwazi ukuthola indlela zokuthi athole ucansi nawo. Umuntu angazama ukwenza lokhu ngendlela yokuthinta noma ukukhuluma izinto ezingafanelekile. Kuyinto ehlukumeza abafundi kakhulu, and i-UKZN bekukhona nje umuntu obeka icala lokuthi khona omunye omhlukumezayo ngalendlela lena. Kuyaphenywa ukuze umuntu athole ukusizakala. Let's define sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is an unwelcome sexual advances, request for sexual favors, any unwanted verbal or physical conduct of sexual nature. This can be from a student to a student or a staff member to a student or vice versa. Make sure that you report any type of advances with regards to sexual harassment. Let's look at some examples that are related to sexual harassment. Ake sibheke izinto eziphathelene ne-sexual harassment. Please note some of these things may be done in a passive way. Understand that your body is your space. Azi ukuthi umzimba kuwowakho. Abanye abantu bangazama ukwenza ezinye zalezi zinto ngendlela engacacile kahle. Kodwa azi ukuthi umzimba owakho. Akekho umuntu okufanele enze izinto ezingamulekile kuwena. Ake sibheke i-gender harassment. Lokhu kwenziwa ngendlela yokuthi umuntu azama ukwenza inhlekiso ezingafanelekile, asho izinto ezingafanelekile, noma kube khona izinto azenzayo ngemizimba yakhe noma ngezinye izinto ezingafanelekile. So gender harassment may involve sexist statements, obscene jokes, insulting remarks, or gestures. Another example may include seductive behavior, which could be sexual invitations, persistent text messages of a sexual nature. La umuntu angenza izinto ezitshengisayo ukuthi uzama ukuthola ucansi nawe. Lokhu angakwenza ngokuthi aku-invite noma afisa ukuthi wena umvakashele noma naye akuvakashele ukuze kwazi ukuthi athole ucansi uwena, noma akusendele imilayezo eyitshengisayo ukuthi ufisa ukuba nocansi nawe. Another thing could be sexual bribery, which may include a promise of a reward, example, higher marks or money. Abanye bangazama ukuthi bakutshengise ukuthi banemali, and leyo mali bazokunika yona uma wena wenza lento abayifisayo. Another thing could be sexual coercion. This could be done by threats of punishment, or example could be withholding marks. Sexual coercion kuyinto abanye abayisebenzisayo ngokukusabisa ngendlela eziningi. Omunye angathi ngeke akunike ama-marks okufanele ngabe uyawathola efundeni zakho ngoba efisa ukuthi wenze lento ayifisayo. And then ekugcineni kukhona into ekuthiwa sexual imposition. Lana umuntu usuke efisa ukuthinta ngendlela engafanelekile, afise ukubamba isho noma wena ungathandi lokho. And lastly, let's look at sexual imposition, which is forceful touching, feeling, and grabbing. People who have been victims of sexual harassment do struggle with a lot of mental health issues. And I'm going to share with you some common reactions that people may have. Abantu abaningi asebedlulile kwisimo sokuthi bahlukumezeke ngendlela zocansi babhekana nezimo eziningi, izimo egcine seyiphazamisa umqondo wabo. La ngizoveza ezinye zeindlela abantu abagcine sebeba yiyo ngenxa yokuhlukumezeka. Firstly, a person could be depressed, could experience depression, anxiety, shock, anger, fear, guilt, self-blame, embarrassment, sleep disturbances, drop in academic performance, absenteeism, withdrawal. Abantu abaningi noma abafundi abaningi bebebhekane nalezimo lezi bangagcina sebezizwa bephansi, behlezi bethukile, babuye babe nokudinwa, behlezi benokuthuka abangazi ukuthi qhamuka ke, benalokhu ukuzisola, beba namahloni, kube nzima nakubona ukuthi balale. Nangendlela benza ngayo esikoleni iyehle, bagcina sebelova nasesikoleni noma bagcina sebehlezi befuna ukuhlala bodwa. Ezinye-ke zeindlela lezi abantu abareacta ngazo ngenxa ye-sexual harassment. What can you do if you are harassed? Ungenzani ukukade ubhekane nesimo esikanjena? Okokuqala nje, ungazisoli ngoba akusiwena owenze lokho. Do not blame yourself. Tell someone you trust and get confidential counseling. Azisa umuntu omthembayo and ungakwazi ukukhuluma nama-counselors bufisa into yakho ibe yimfihlo. Azisa u-RMS, report to RMS. Ungalibika futhi idaba lakho nama-academic leaders nama-module coordinators. Report to the academic leaders and module coordinators. Nqaba kulo ozama ukwenza imizamo ukuthi athole ucansi kuwe. Say no to the harasser. Be direct and assertive. Keep a detailed record of what happened, when, and where, and the names of the witnesses. iba nento oyibhalayo etshengisayo ukuthi kwenzakalile, kwenzeke ngasiphi isikhathi, negama labantu ababonile. Ungalibika futhi udaba lakho ku-Tips of Anonymous, and ungakufonela khona i-toll free number yakhona ithi 0800 203 285, or ungasenda i-email at ukzn@tipsof.com. You can report your case to Tips of Anonymous. Free phone calls. You can call 0800 203 285 or email ukzn@tipsofs.com. Let's talk a little bit about drug and substance abuse. This is something that affects a lot of students within the tertiary institutions. Drug and substance use is something that is happening more and more among students. I guess khulume kancane ngokuhlukunyezwa kwezidakamizwa notshwala. Le nkulumo lena kuyinkulumo ebaluleke kakhulu ngoba kuyinto esilimaza abafundi kakhulu. Drug abuse can impair judgment and functioning, and it can be life-threatening. A student that is involved in drug abuse or substance abuse may find themselves engaging in a lot of fights, car crashes, unsafe sex, and rape. Umfundi ohlukumeza izidakamizwa notshwala kuningi agcina esezibona esebhekene nakho. Lo mfundi lo angagcina selwa nabantu, elinyazwa imoto, noma azithole esesocansini elingaphephile. Kuningi okungenzeka uma umfundi ehlukumeza izidakamizwa. Kungaphazamisa nokufunda kwakhe. Angagcina sengekho eklasini noma nga-attendi izifundo zakhe, agcine esengakwazi ukudlulela phambili nokufunda kwakhe. A student's academics may be impacted greatly through drug and substance use. A student may find themselves having poor academic performance. They may find themselves being absent or dropping out and just basically underperforming. Drug and substance use greatly impacts one's way of thinking. And it greatly impacts one's health. A person that is involved with drug and substance use can really experience a lot of things that shows that there is some impairment within their cognition. A person may experience seeing things that are not there. This could be psychosis. A person may experience heart attacks, not being able to do much, weight gain or being obese, and a lot of health complications. Umuntu ohlukumeza izidakamizwa kuningi okungenzeka kuye. Nengqondo yakhe nangendlela acabanga ngayo ingalimazeka. Umuntu angagcina sebona izinto ezingekho, agcine esekhuphala ngomzimba, agcine sebe nezimo eziningi ezilimaza impilo yakhe. Izidakamizwa kuyinto elimazayo umzimba kakhulu. Azisa ukuzinakekela. Let's look at some of the outcomes due to substance abuse. There could be brain damage. and this may involve depression, blackouts, or impairment in judgment. Ake sibheke ezinye izinto egcine sezenzeka uma umuntu ehlukumeza idakamizwa. Umuntu uyalimazeka emqondweni wakhe, omunye agcine senesimo sokungaphatheki kahle emoyeni, noma abe nesimo esicishe sifane nokuquleka, abe nesimo sokuthi angakwazi nokucabanga kahle. There also could be birth defects, which may involve fetal alcohol syndrome, unwanted pregnancy, or child neglect. This is something that most people experience when there is substance abuse. Okunye, umuntu behlukumeza utshwala noma idakamizwa, kungagcina sekulimaza umntwana uma ezithwele eswini. Kungagcina futhi umuntu esezithola enomntwana ekade engalindele, kuthi bese fika lowo mntwana angafisi ukuba naye. Another thing that could happen is that relationships could be damaged. There could be a lot of domestic violence and unnecessary conflicts. Okunye nje okungenzeka kungagcina sekukhona ingxabano eziningi emakhaya. Kulezo ingxabano kungagcina kukhona ukulimazeka okukhulu. Futhi kwezinye zalezo ingxabano kuyingxabano esuke kade zingadingeki. Impilo yomuntu igcina isibekwe engcupheni ngenxa yokuhlukumeza idakamizwa. Lokuhlukumeza kwezidakamizwa kungagcina futhi kubeke impilo zabanye abantu engcupheni, kuba kugcina sekunama car accidents. Substance abuse may also put other people's lives in danger, as there also could be car crashes. So substance abuse is something that can really damage people's lives. So make sure that if you are struggling in any of these areas, you do speak to a counselor. Counselors are here to assist you through such challenges. Barack Obama says, "Making your mark on the world is hard. If it were easy, everybody will do it. But it's not. It takes patience, it takes commitment, and it comes with plenty of failure along the way. The real test is not whether you avoid this failure, because you won't. It's whether you let it harden or shame you into inaction, or whether you learn from it, whether you choose to persevere." UBarack Obama uthi, ukuziveza emhlabeni akusiyona into elula. Uma bekuyinto elula ngabe wonke umuntu uyayenza. Kodwa akusiyona. Kodwa kuthatha ukuthi umuntu abe nobunene, nomuntu azinikele kwilento asuke eyenza. Yebo, endleleni uzobhekana nezikhathi eziningi la ungeke uphumelele khona. Kodwa awungayibalekeli into osuke ubhekane nayo. Ungavumeli futhi ukuthi iqinise inhliziyo yakho. Kumele ukwazi ukufunda kulokho osukade ubhekene nakho. Kukuwena ukuthi uyafunda kulokho noma uyabekezela. Nelson Mandela says, "The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." UNelson Mandela uthi, ukuphila impilo enhle akusikona ukuthi ngekuwe, kodwa ukuphakama njalo ngalesikhathi usukuwo. Please note you are not alone. Do not suffer in silence. Student support is here for you. Azi ukuthi awukho wedwa. Ungahlali nento enhlizweni yakho. Azisa ukuthi i-student support ikhona la. Thank you. Siyabonga.